So what are the, learning objectives? So you can see like what is the HTML structure and difference between HTML 4 and 5, and what are the formatting tags we need to know, list, link, and table, what is form, how to create a different forms in a different sectors for a different sectors, and what are the media files we can create, graphics, block tags, and semantic tags. Okay. So before starting with this, can you tell me what is HTML? So if this is an interview question, so what is HTML? So how you will answer? You can also give the answer in the chat box, or you can unmute and tell me. I hope as everyone is from computer science and electronic departments, right? Yes, it's a hypertext markup language. Okay, guys. So one tips I want to tell you while you are attending the interviews, okay, if any question is asked to you, example, what is JavaScript, or what is CSS, or what is HTML, okay, in an interview, for each candidate, they will be allotting some timeline. For example, they have called out for some 10 candidate we can take. Okay. For each and every candidate, they will take a maximum of 30 minutes. And some 15 questions are there. So how many minutes you need to take for each question? So 30 minutes for one candidate, and 15 questions are there for each and every question. So how many times the average time you will be, you need to give the answer?
2 minutes, ma'am.
So 2 minutes, right? So approximately, if the question is asked like what is HTML, you just not tell what is expansion of it. You can include something. Okay, you can say what is the definition of it, and what is the features, and what are the functionalities it has. Like you can give some advantages and disadvantages of it. Okay, so like this you can expand the things. Clear? So whenever you're answering, give a brief answer so that it will be easy to, crack the interview. Clear? So if it is going to be a one-on-one interview. Okay, I got one more answer. Narayanan hypertext markup language, and it is used for structure of a website. Okay, great. So example, so Word, right? In a Word document, what you will do, you will type something. So let's take a Word document. Okay, I'm typing something, some information like hypertext markup language. Okay, this is just a text. Okay, this is just a text I've created. And now I want to give some colors. Okay, let me give some font color for this. So I'm applying some colors to the text. So that is going to be a CSS. CSS means we are giving a presentation to our text. Just a word. So just a word, it is called as a what? HTML. Clear? And if I create some event, if I create some button like this, let's go. And I'm creating one button and I'm giving a click option here. Okay. And after that, I'm selecting, right click, and I'm trying to give some hyperlinks to this link. Okay. Then what happened? So that is called as a JavaScript. So if I click on that link, some information should be viewed. Clear? So that is a JavaScript. So understood, students? So now we can see deeply what it is, hypertext markup language. Okay. It tells the browser how to display the content. It is used to format the web pages. Okay, great. Okay, fine. So HTML structure is, it is like a layout, or we can say it's a structure of a web page. Okay, now we can discuss the term. What is hypertext and what is markup language? So why they have given this name? Hypertext and markup. What is called hypertext and markup? Okay. So hypertext means it is to link some text. Okay. If I click on any particular text, it will show some certain information. That is called as hypertext. And markup language is nothing but a markup language is a special code. Okay. To display a content, I need to write some special code. So that is called as a markup language. Clear everyone? A special code that is called as a markup language, and then HT hypertext means it contains some a different information. Clear? So next is a difference between the HTML and HTML5. So let's go through one by one. We'll go step by step. So what is HTML? So you can see it is hypertext markup language, and it's a building block of HTML page. Okay, and HTML describes a structure of a web pages using a hypertext markup language. So this you have given. So you can add some point like building block of HTML pages. And it is represented by tags. So each and every dot HTML, 1 minute students. Okay, okay, and add some points like building blocks of HTML pages. And it represented by a tags. So if you're creating a HTML page, so that will be represented by tags. Okay, when you test your page on the browser does not display the HTML tags. So it does not display the HTML tags, but use them to render the content of the page. So it will show the output of the, whatever the tags you have given. So the output will be displayed on the browser side. Okay, so this to save this particular file, you need to mention .html. Clear, students? So now some features we can see. It is easy to learn and easy to use. Sometimes what happens is you know what is HTML, but you will search for a word to define what it is, right? So for that time you can use these PPTs. So it will give you a lot of important definitions. So you can make a use of it. Okay, it is easy to learn and easy to use, and it is a platform independent. So what is called platform independent, ma? What is called platform independent? What is the term called platform independent? It can run on any OS. Okay. The code will run in any system, can work on any OS. Great. So if you write one code on this machine, so this is actually my Windows machine. Okay. If I try to use the same code on some different machine, so it will work without any problem because it is independent. It doesn't want any other, the other software to run behind. Clear? And then we can add images, video, and audio tags. Hypertext can be added to the text, and it is a markup language. And some disadvantages and advantages. It's supported by all the browsers, and the HTML can create only the static web page. So what is called static web pages and dynamic web pages? So these are the terms you should know. Okay, so and one more important point I want to share with you. So, do you think you will get a job once you learn HTML? Only HTML and CSS. Will you get a job? Can you tell me? How many of you think that you don't get any job if you complete HTML and CSS? So this is very, very important, students. Whatever the topics we are going to learn, the technology we are going to learn, you should analyze whether you will get a job opportunities from that, right? So we have added this HTML and CSS. You may think you won't get a job. Can you tell me what are the job opportunities we can get from this HTML and CSS? I think who's this? Trevanti? Are you answering, ma? Background noise is coming. If you're answering, you can put it in the chat box. Okay. No one have any idea? So whether you will get a job or not regarding this HTML and CSS? Web page development. Yeah. Web page creation, front end site. Yes. So a lot of opportunities we have, students. Okay. Let's consider I have one educational website. Okay. If I'm running an organization, I have one, some client is coming on and he's asking to create some educational website. And the another person was, asking me to create, let's say, some, documentary website. Okay. There are a lot of website creations are still there. It's a static. You have to create a static page alone. Clear? For static page alone, you need HTML and CSS. If you are well versed in HTML and CSS, you will get a lot of front end development opportunities. Okay. So front end development opportunities are there. So you should thorough with HTML, HTML5 and CSS, three concept very well. Even if you can also include CSS4 as well. Clear? Okay. And you may ask, ma'am, what kind of, the task they will be giving. So the task is very simple, students. What they will do was, they will, so there are some different types of, the CMM level of company will give you a different task. Example, let's take the CMM 4 or 3 kind of companies. Okay. What they will do is they will give you MCQ questions to you. Okay, in that it is not only MCQ, it may be filling the blanks. Okay, they will give some options also. So these are the types they will be asking in the MCQ for HTML and CSS. You need to clear that round. And the second task may be they will ask you to they will send you some mail. Okay, because some students have got selected. Okay, that's why I'm telling you. So what happened is they will send you some task to your email with some images and font size and other kind of stuffs. What are the criteria they will be giving, and all the images and whatever the important text it is needed for the website, they also share it with you. So you need to create the page. Clear? So this will be the second task. Clear, ma? So first you will be getting an MCQ, and the next and the other types is you may get they will share some link. Example, you can take codebyte.com or any specific link they will be sharing you. They will ask you to do this task. Once you are doing a task, you need to share your screen and you need to show whether you are doing a output properly. Okay, these are the different ways they will be asking you to do the things. Clear? I hope everyone has understood what as of now I told you. Okay, just remember, so there are a lot of opportunities still. You have it for HTML and CSS. Okay. Okay, now, so it can be integrated with the other languages like CSS and JavaScript, and the security features is not good. 1 minute, students. Sorry, ma. So it can be integrated with other languages also, like CSS and JavaScript and etc. You can even include with JSP. Okay, there are so many different languages. You can combine with HTML, PHP. Okay, security features is not good. Okay, and this is the page structure of HTML. Okay, so let's better we get into the code now. Later we can discuss the other things. Okay, the page structures of HTML. So for this one, everyone has to install Visual Studio Code on your PC. Clear? So let me. So I already shared the link, but if you are not downloaded, let me again share it here. Okay. So everyone, please install this Visual Studio Code on your PC. I already installed. So what are the steps I can tell you? So first you can, if you're using Windows 10 or 11, you can go here and select the, system installer, or you can directly click on this, or you can click on this, whatever. And if you are using some other Linux distributions, you can use this. Okay, so Debian, Ubuntu, or Red Hat, Fedora. And for Mac, you can click on this, any one of this. Clear? So once you download it, you need to double select on this Visual Studio Code. So some setups, very simple setups will be there. Once you complete, you can see this screen. Okay, clear? So now, to make it easy to get the output very easily, go here, go to the extension. So this is the extension. So you already installed a live server. Okay. So please install this live server. Okay, click on the live server. I already installed on my PC. You can see go live. Go live is nothing but once you written the code, if you click on this go live, you can see the output. So that is the reason we are, including this live server in this platform. Clear? And next is once you done this, you can go to the file and click on new text file. Or what you can do is let me create one folder. So let me create one dummy folder here. Okay. I'm creating one dummy folder. So let's go here, open folder. And I think, yeah, here. So dummy folder, select on this dummy folder. Okay. So in a industries also, you will be doing this kind of this. Always create one folder and write the document files like this properly. Okay. So next is click on the create file. This is to create a folder. So I'm creating a file now. So the first thing that is in a page, in a website, we'll have a multiple page. So if whenever you're creating a home page, that name should be a index.html. So then only it will be easy for the developers or, the coders can understand. So that is going to be the first page. Okay, so I'm giving a index.html to be the what my home page. So now, what are the things we have to do for the page structure? Let's see. So I'm just giving a command. So commands, it will not display it on the output. Okay. So this is just a command line. So in a command line, I'm giving it's a page structure. For what? HTML page structure. Here. So next is, so this is a command line. So don't consider this. Okay. For your knowledge, I'm just adding. So that is to create a HTML page, you need to use the angle brackets. Okay, this is the first step. And then before giving a page structure, I just want to tell you what is called commands, sorry, what is called elements and what is called. So what is elements, ma? I hope you guys already know what is elements. Can you share your knowledge? What is elements? How you can create an elements in HTML? Any idea? No idea? No one? Okay. So before I'm telling the answer, can you confirm? Are you there, everyone? Just to show thumbs up and say yes or no. Everyone is present. Can I get some confirmation? Everyone is there. Okay. Narayanan is always answering. And what about the other students? Hmm? Okay, ma. So I got one answer like Surya, like using paragraph tag. Okay, fine. So elements, yes, you're right. So elements means, so this is, there is something called as tags. Okay. I'm just giving you the explanation. Let me remove this. So tags means you'll have a right angle and left angle. Okay. And then that is brackets, right angle and left angle brackets. And inside this, you have a tag name. Okay. So the tag name is nothing but head or whatever. We can say like headshot. And then a lot of tags we have BR. Okay. And the elements. So elements is nothing but so right angle and left angle, and the content will be there and right angle and left angle. Okay, inside this will be having a tag name. Okay, so this is nothing but your starting tag. We can say like yes, Suresh. Any doubts, ma? So start tag and this is a end tag. Clear? This is a start tag and the end tag, and in between you will be having a content. So this is called as what? This is called as a container element. Why it is called container element? It has both start tag and the ending tag. Ending tag you need to mention hash. Clear? And there is something called as an empty element. So what is called empty element? Let's say I'm just giving only one element will be there. Okay, let's say tag name alone. So in the tag name alone, or we can say it as only it has a start tag, or we can say it as a self-closing tags. Okay, so we can say it as a empty element or a self-closing tag. Clear? So like this you can create. Either you can use this or you can use a slash at the end. And the tag name is nothing but this is a tag name. And then what is called as an attribute? How we can write the attribute? So attribute is nothing but, for example, let's take this element. So this is called as an element, right? So let's take this element. Inside this element, I'm going to add some the property. Let's say I'm giving some attributes. The attributes is style. Style is my attribute. Or let's say I'm giving some border. So border is an attribute, and in the border, I need the thickness is going to be 1. So border is equals to 1. So now this is called as an attribute. The border called as an attribute. If I add anything else, example, if I add font size or font, or we can give a cell padding. k is equals to some 10. So now what is the attribute? So attribute is cell padding is my attribute. Clear? Students, everyone is clear with this? What is elements and what is tag and what is attribute? Yes or no? So attribute is nothing but to give a presentation to your element, then we can go with this attributes. Clear? Let's move on to the next topic. If you guys are already aware also, please let me know. So we can a little bit faster the topic. Clear everyone? Till this elements, tags and attributes. This is an interview question, ma. They will ask you what's the difference between elements and tags. If you are attending an interview for a static web page creation, they will surely ask you. So what is the difference between elements and tags? And what is attributes? Okay. I hope you cleared. So let's move on to the page structure. Okay, in a page structure, you need to use either you can use exclamatory. So in the Visual Studio Code, we have a lot of shortcuts. You want to learn the shortcuts, I in between I can also help you with that. But if you want to learn, just look into that. Exclamatory and give enter. You can see the what? You can see the basic structure of a HTML page. Or otherwise, so you are new to this, right? So let me tell you. First is doc type HTML. So why we are using this? Any idea? Why we need to use doc type HTML? Guys, you need to give me the answer so that we are going to see a lot of things. So how we are going to create a resume using HTML page, using a tables, and we need to create some forms, semantic tags. Using a semantic tags, we need to create a page. There are a lot of activities we are going to see. So just give me a response so that we can go next by next. If you don't know also, please let me know. I don't have any idea. I can move on to the next topic. I will tell you what it is. It's mandatory to use a document type of web pages. It tells a version of, okay, yes, it tells a version of a HTML page. Yeah, that also correct. And this doc type HTML, let the browser knows. I can see that answer before. So someone was saying that for HTML, that okay, fine. So actually, it tells the browser to know that you are writing a HTML page, okay, on the the main directory. So that is called as a doc type. So doc type is let browser knows that you are writing a HTML tag. Clear? And it tells the browser. So this is the exact version. So next is you are going to start a HTML. You need to mention HTML. Inside this, we have a head element. So like a human, it has both the things, head and body element. So here we are writing a body element. Okay. So inside the HTML element, I'm giving the title. So title is, let me give uh, basic structure. Okay. So basic structure. Next is in the head element, sorry, in the body element, head element is nothing but it's like a our brain. So okay, in the head element, we can see only the title alone. So what about the other things? We have a lot of tags instead of title, which is presented inside the head element. Okay, so that is mainly used for SEO, search engine optimizer. So what is called search engine optimizer? Actually, let's consider you're having a YouTube, okay, and you don't know how your YouTube is a little bit not going good. So you feel like you want to give some keywords and description that the user regularly using on to search in the Google. Okay, so then you can use some meta tags, okay, and you can give a keyword. So this is the keyword. If this keyword was searched by the user, then it should display. Okay, like that. You're going to set some keywords and description. Clear. And what is called this body element? So body element, let's take this one. From this pointing, that is a top left corner to the bottom right corner, you can see. So from this point to this point, this entire, it is going to be what? It's called as a viewport point, the body element. So whatever you are trying to write, so from this point to this point, everything will be displayed. Okay. So for that, you need to mention all your details inside the body element. Clear? So now, so to just, I'll just show you some heading. So what are the heading elements we have? Heading elements. So this is a command line, ma. Okay, so you need to use exclamatory and double hyphen and then close this. What are the heading elements we have in HTML? H1 to H6. And what is the important heading element which is considered to be an important heading element? So let's see H1. Okay, good. So H1 is a important. So heading 1. And the meanwhile, can you tell me what is the difference between all these heading elements? What is the main difference? What is the important that is a difference between these heading elements? Priorities or decreases from H1 to H6. Text size is different, ma'am. Yes, exactly. Good. So let's see. So I'm just running this code. Okay. Let's go to the go live. So once you give, give the extension for the live server, you just click on the go live option. You can see this. Okay. Just right click on this. Go to inspect. Okay. So where is your content? So 1 minute. So better we can go with Chrome DevTools. Okay, ma. So here you can see, the headings are available. Sorry, guys. So click on the inspect elements. Okay. So once you click on the inspect elements, select on this, select an element in a page to inspect. So Control Shift C. So first is, what is the font size for this one? I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Can you check and tell me what is a default font size for this heading element H1? What is the default font size? It's showing up. What is the font size? Yes, it is 32 pixel is the default size. Okay. So next, if I'm going to select this one, so what is the font size now for the heading 2? It's going to be 24 pixel. And again, you can see it is 18.72 pixel for heading 3. For heading 4, it is 16 pixels. And for heading 5, it is 13.28 pixels. And for the last one, 10.72 pixels. Okay. So these are the, different, the font sizes. And, but for all the heading elements, what is the font family? What is the font family mentioned? Everyone knows font families, right? So what is the default font families and the colors they have mentioned? Students, you have to use this dev tools because it will be easy for you to write code. Yes, good, Ravi. Test times New Roman, right? Good. And the color also, it is in black. And we can see for each and everything. What is the width and height of this, the heading element? What is the width and height? Can you tell me the width and height for this heading element? Heading, that is width and height is what? 964. Okay, 964 is a width and the height is going to be 37.6. Clear? So that is going to be a width and the height. Clear, everyone? That's all. So this is about the heading element. So this is considered as a most important heading element. And this is considered as a least important heading elements. In a website, you feel like, so any particular content that going to be the very important or highlight, then you can go with the H1 or else you can go with the H6. Clear? That's all. So next, let's get into the PPT. More time. Okay, so now we know what is doc type, HTML, head, and the order of it, right? So this is going to be the parent element, and this is the both is going to be the child element of this HTML. Clear? We know what is the understanding of HTML, that is structure. So now we can see some difference. This will definitely ask to why, because previously they won't ask this question, but when HTML5 is on the place, they are asking this question. So what is the difference between HTML4 and what is the difference between that is what is HTML5? So actually, if you see HTML5, it supports both an audio, video, while none of them were a part of. So some content is not displayed. Okay. So actually, the audio and video is supported, and HTML cannot allow the JavaScript to run within the web browser. Okay, we cannot run directly in a HTML4. Okay, we cannot process this, JavaScript directly in a HTML4. But when it comes to HTML5, yes, it is provides a full support for running a JavaScript. The HTML5 code itself, you see, you can include JavaScript like web storage and the other concepts are there. You can also include it. An HTML file is an inline math, ML, and SVG can be used in a text. An HTML file, it is not possible. Okay. And new types of, form controls has been included like date and time, email, number, category, title, URL, research, etc. In a form elements, you can give these kind of fields, the type values, for in the form while we are getting the user input. Many elements have been introduced in HTML5. Some of the most important are some elements are included like time and audio, descriptions, embed, and feed, shape, footer, articles, canvas, navy, output section, source, and track video. So these are the some simple, difference between the HTML and HTML5. Okay. So now we can see the structure of the HTML4. So structure you can see. So what is the difference between this one and this one, Ma? I need the answer from you because it is very important in an interview point of view. Can you tell me what is the difference between this and this one? HTML4 structure and HTML5 structure. So what is the difference for this one and this one? No, no one. So HTML5 is simple. Okay, Vasanti. Simple. Okay, that is also nice point. But in a technical way, how you can say is, see here. So this is going to be a physical tag and this is going to be a semantic tag. So what is semantic? The general meaning of semantic. What is the general meaning of semantic? No idea. Okay, so general meaning is nothing but, so this is using a physical tag. Okay, and this is a semantic. Semantic means it has some meaning. The tag has some meaning. So header, it has some meaning. Why? Because in a header, what we can give some logos and we can, here we can give some logos and some navigation part in this place. Okay, so this is going to be the header part. In a navigation, you can see the links will be given. So like home or sorry, in the navigation part, you can give some links also, or you can give some other important, homepage links. So that also you can provide it in this navigation. An article is nothing but in articles, you can give header and images of any particular news that you can display it in the articles. Okay. So what is a footer? So footer is, so here in the footer, you can give the copyrights, okay, or you can add some links in the bottom. Okay, so easily everyone can understand this type of semantic elements. Am I right? So this will be used. Why we have included this particular semantic elements in HTML5, because this will be easily understandable for the screen readers. So that is why we have included this HTML5 structure. Clear? And this physical tags also we can use, but practice more on this semantic elements. Okay, clear everyone? So this we already discussed about heading tags. Okay, so the you can see the search engines uses the heading to index the structure and the content of your web pages. Clear? So search engine use the headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. And okay, now we can move on to the formatting tags. So what is formatting tags? So formatting tags is nothing but, for example, you have some text. Okay, you want to change the text, or it going to be a bold or italic. Then we'll go with this kind of formatting tags. Okay, we want to make changes for the elements. So let's say I'm giving the element name to be B. It is a bold tag. So you guys have to answer this question. Okay. So this is important interview question. Strong tag. So can you tell me what will be the output for this one? For the strong and this bold tag? What is going to be the output? Is it same or different for the strong element? It is very, very important interview question now. While you're writing the code itself, they will ask you these questions. Same, right? Narayanan, good. So the output is going to be similar. Let's see. So this is going to be what? The similar output. If you go and check also, everything will be similar. The the font sizes and the width and height and the color, everything is going to be similar. Then what is the difference? Why we need to use these two different tags? So actually, students, so this is actually this bold element. Can anyone try this answer? Can you tell me what is the difference? Or let me tell the answer. No one? Okay, no problem. So actually, students, this bold tag is deprecated tag. Okay, this is a deprecated tag, and the strong tag, this is called as a semantic element. So it has some meaning, right? Then why it is deprecated? Actually, this bold element we are using in the CSS part. So that is why it has been deprecated. Clear? And next is called as italics. Okay, and then EM. So again, if you talk about this, the output is going to be same thing. Let's see the output. Output is the similar. It is in right angle, right? But still, this is deprecated. Why? Because it is we are using it in a CSS part. That's why it is deprecated. And this EM, uh, here, it has been newly included in HTML. Okay, for the same purpose, whatever we are using it for italics, the same thing. We are included this EM here. Clear? And next is called as the elements. Okay, let's see. Before getting into this formatting tags, I also want you to ask you what is paragraph. So I am going to show you some two output. You guys have to tell me what is the difference. Okay. So let me give HTML. So okay. So what will be the output? So is it going to be the same output or different for paragraph and pre element? What is the difference? Again, this is the interview question. So paragraph and pre. If you're attending for static page interviews. So it is going to be different. Good, Ganesh. So it is going to be different. Why? Because, so what is the difference? So let's see. I ask questions, so it will take a long time. So let me answer. So where is the output? If I refresh this page, or I can see the output right already. HTML and CSS. Better. I can go with this one. Okay. So if I select on this HTML part, you can see the width and height and the color is same. Okay. And what is the font family here? it is Times New Roman. And if I select here, what is the font family? It is going to be monospace. Okay, and the font is going to be 16 pixel here, and here it is going to be 13 pixels. Clear? And you can see in the paragraph, it is not accepting any white space or a new, that is break line. But here it is accepting everything, the pre-element. Okay, it is a fixed width. It has some fixed width. Clear, students? So that is the difference between this paragraph and pre-element. And then there is our visual studio. Yeah. So next is we'll see about a small tag. So small tag means, example, if I'm giving H1, okay, in the small element, I'm giving some text. Let's say small, and here I'm giving a small. And I'm just copying the same thing. Write some. So here I change this to paragraph P. This place change to big element. Because of tag again. It's a different tag and it is for different purpose. Clear? So if I refresh this, you can see the difference. Okay. So first one, let's see what is the size of this font is. It is going to be 26. Right. For a heading, what is the font size? It is 32 pixel, but it is a smaller than the heading element, right? That is called as a small element. And again, if you come here, what is a font, the size of the paragraph? So normal paragraph is 16 pixel. But if you use a small element, that will reduce the font size. That is going to be what? 13.333 pixel. And when you move on to this heading element, again, I'm using a big tag, right? Big element has been used. The font size is 38.4 pixel. But previously, what is the heading element value is 32. It is more than that. Am I right? And again, you can see here, what is the paragraph element? That is, if you use a big element, the font size is going to be 19.2 pixel. But here, if you see, what is the font size? It is 16 pixel. Clear, ma? So what is the difference between the big element and the small element? Any questions? Yes, does not allow. Yes, now I'm seeing this is good. Clear with this one, small and big element? And we'll see what are the other elements we have. So these are whatever we discussed now. So that's all very important. Okay, let me also highlight this one. Okay, so pre-element is used to display the content as pre-formatted, and big is to write the content bigger than the font size than the normal font size, and this is a smaller, write the content in a smaller font size than the normal font size. And what is sub and what is superscript? Subscript means, so let's see example. Let's see sub. Okay, I'm giving a normal value. I'm going to give X here 2. Okay, and then let's write this within a paragraph. Just copying this. I'll use super script. That is the so if I execute this, you can see the values. Let me close this. You can see as subscript It's denoting the values at the bottom, but when you see about the superscript, it is at the top. Okay, so that they have mentioned the text. And what is called mark? So mark is what I'm right now, what I'm doing. So I'm just marking the value, right? So it will be showing like this. Let's see. I'm giving a mark element. Mark, highlight the content. Let me add one paragraph. Okay. So here you can see if you give the highlight, if you want to highlight any particular thing, then you can use this mark element. Clear? And then what else? We have delete. If you are trying to delete some content, then you can use a, that is strike out. Strike out the content, delete. Okay. If you go and check here, you can see the content has been striked out. Okay. And then what is called as insert. It is insert is to insert the content of a web page. If you're trying to insert some value. So what it's going to be? Can anyone guess?
We can add content or any other elements into a
Oh,
particular
fine.
place.
Okay, let's see. So how we can do this. So I'm using ins and then I'm just giving some values in between. Let's take inserting content. Okay, so you can see the underlined ones, it has been inserted in between. Okay, so these are the some formatting tags. We know what is strong, add on important to the content. It's bold effect on the content and italics and then underline to the content. Underline means you can use UL. Sorry, that is U. U means it will underline the content. Same like this one. Clear? So this is all about the formatting tags. We are done with this one. So use of formatting tags. So these are the examples. And now we move on to the HTML list. So what is HTML list? What are these tags? Are used to specify information in the form of list. Okay. Example, you can take any books. Okay, the books you can see they have mentioned some chapters and what is the page number of that particular topic. So everything they will be mentioning, right? So in the online, if you see, if it is going to be the e-PDF books, so same how, so just related to it. So we here also we have a different types of a list. So one is called as ordered list, and another one is called as an unordered list, and the third one is called as a description list. Either you can say it as an unordered list or you can say it as a bullet list. Okay, clear? So let's see how we can do this. Now we are going to see about HTML list. Okay. So first we'll see three types. So three types are there. First one is ordered, or I can just give it as ordered list, and then unordered list, and then description list. Okay, so these are the different types. So let's see one by one. In ordered list, that is in unordered list, you'll be having a three different values you can do it. One is like you can give a circle or squares or you can include a disk. So disk is the default one. This is the default one. If you didn't give any circle or square kind of type, then it will show you the disk type. Okay, and even you can also add images. Even you can add some images here. And what is called ordered list? So ordered list is nothing but, if example, you can give numbers. So default is numbers, and then you can add some alpha, that is alpha numeric numbers, or we can say it as lower alpha, or you can add upper alpha. We use this
ఒకసారి
upper alpha, and then we have something. The other two are upper Roman and lower Roman. Clear? So these are the different lists we have. And what is description list? Here we will be using dd, dl, and dt command. So dd means this description, data descriptions, and description that is terms, and then you need to give some data within the description. So I'll tell you so how we can do that. First, we will go with the unordered list. Unordered list means UL. So UL is a parent tag. Okay, inside this, whatever the list of elements you're going to mention, that you need to mention it like this. Clear? Or you can, if you're creating like this, see, list element and like this, instead of doing this, you can use li star. Okay. If you give this, it automatically show you this. Or else, if you want more than three list of elements, then you can use this li asterisk 6. Because 6, it will show you the 6 element tag. Clear? So I'm just using only 3. So let me remove this. So these are some shortcuts. You can use it for a Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'm just typing some text. Home, contact, and work. Okay. So these are the things. I'm just copying the same thing, and I'm using for order list. The child element is going to be the same thing, but the difference is the parent element, unordered list and order list. Clear? So let's see the output. Okay, you can see the default for the unordered list is what? Disk. And the for the ordered list, it is going to be numbers. Clear? So for example, I want to change the type of this particular unordered list. I can go with circle. And here you need to add one more attribute here. Attribute is type, and the value is going to be, let me give lower alpha. So for lower alpha, I'm just giving A. Okay. So like this, you can change the type values. If I change this to some upper Roman, or sorry, unordered list means I'm using a square, and then I'm changing this to upper Roman. Upper Roman means shift I. Okay. So you can see the values like this, you will display. And my question is very simple. Okay. So what is the question is for you is, let's take this code. If I want to start from the Roman number 5, then how we can do it? What attribute we can add? Can anyone tell me? So if you have knowledge, you can share it to me. Otherwise, I will tell you. Good. Yes, Vamsi. Okay, fine. So we'll be giving a start is equals to what? Is going to be 5. Clear? So if you give this, we can see it's starting from the fifth, that is Roman number 6 and 7. Okay, so like this, you can import the things. Even you can import the image inside this, unordered list. So instead of adding it here, we will see it on the CSS very clearly. Okay. So this is all about the unordered and the order list. Now we can go to the description list. Description list is nothing but you need to start with DL, description list. Inside this, if I have a term called DT HTML, okay, I'm creating one more term called as CSS. I'm going to give the definition for this DT. It is DD hyper text markup language. Clear? And for this CSS, cascading. Okay, this is called as a cascading style sheet. So you can see the output like this. Okay, the term is there and there is some indent. Okay, there is some indent and then your content is starting. So for that, we can go with this, DL and DT and DD comments. Sorry, not comments, the tags. So any questions from this, students? If you have any questions or is there anything from your end, like any questions, please let me know. One minute. Any questions, ma, as of now? So no questions? Okay, fine. Okay, next we'll move on to HTML tables. So today what we will do is we will create one calculator and so calculator you just do as a homework. Okay, I'll show you how you can create a resume. Okay, using this HTML table, we'll see that. So HTML tables are used to displaying a data that makes sense in a spreadsheet software. Okay. Uh, you need to use a table element as a table and TR is a row and TD is a table data and TH is a table heading. Clear? So now we will see. So in a table, in a HTML table, each and everything will be considered as a table row. There is nothing called as a table column. Okay, you can see only one, the element is there that is called as a table row. There is nothing called as table column here. We don't have any table column. So only table row, that remember. And next, this particular name and this age and, here you can see Smith and, number age is 50 and the Raj 90. So everything is going to be what? These are all called as a table data. Okay, that is called as TD. So these are all called as a TD and this is going to be what? This is going to be a TR, table row. Clear? So the entire this tr and the table data, which is inside the table element. Clear? So to make it more clear, so let me take one Excel sheet. Okay. Let's see. Here I'm creating some name A and the value is 12. Okay. And here I'm just giving B and 30. So let me highlight this border, all borders. This is going to be what? Table row. And here it is going to be table row. And within this, here we will mention this to be what? Table data. So this is going to be table data. So your table row starts from here. Table row and it's end here. Table row. So inside the table row, we have two datas. Okay. So you have to close this TD and TD here. And here for the 12 also, you need to open and close the values. That is element, tag element. Like this, we need to do it. Clear? So the entire, this entire thing, to create this entire thing, we need what? We need a table element. Starting from this. So here we need to mention as what? Table. Here it will be like clear. That's all. Very simple. Clear. So now again we can move on to the code. So let's get this. And it is the Visual Studio Code. Yeah. Here. So let's remove all this. Body element. Inside this, let me create HTML table. So inside the HTML table, I'm creating a table. Okay. So this is a table element. Inside the table element, what I need a table row. Inside the table row, I want to mention the table data. Okay, clear. This is the format. If you want to give, so let's see the element here. Let me give E is my value. Let's run this. You cannot see any kind of borders has been created for this particular text. Am I right? So for that one, to make presentation, so you need to mention the attribute called border equals to 1. And then you can also give some color for your table. So I'm giving some background color. We can give it as BG color. The attribute is BG color. Let's say aqua. And you can also give some width. So there is something called as the word called as responsive. Okay, if you want your page to be responsive, you need to mention the values in the percentage. Okay, so you want the table to occupy the entire space from this point to this point. But if I want my table to be occupied from this to this point, then I will be giving it as a 50 percentage. Okay, so now let's consider this going to occupy the entire page. So let me give it as a 100 percentage. Clear? So next is inside the table data, I have E. So let's see now. So here you can see the table has been created. Your text is inside this. Okay. I'm adding one more TD. So then what happened if I add one more TD? It has been splitted. The two cells will be created, right? Two cells has been created. So now I need a heading for this table. How I can give it? So let's copy this. So instead of TT, I'm giving TH. Okay, TH. Even you can give it in a table, T head, T body, that also you can give. Okay, so let's see. So in a TH, I'm just giving a name. So the same example we can take name and the age. And here I'm giving a value as, let's say, Vamsi and Nilima. Okay, I need to give a age, right? So let's give 20 or 19. Okay, so 19 is the age. Again, I'm just copying this. Nilima. Here I'm giving some values. Okay, so like this, I've given something. So here you can see the name and the age value. So it is name has been displayed and here. So if I'm giving this, I'm going to change this with to be some 50 percentage. Then what happened? It will occupy only the 50 percentage of this viewport. If I'm giving 80 percentage, then what happened? It will take 80 percentage. Clear? So let it be 100 percentage. If you navigate to the other devices also, it will be the same. It will occupy the viewport. So let's say I have created this in my laptop. Okay. So if I'm going to use it on my mobile, still the table width is going to be 100 percentage. So it will occupy entire mobile size. When I'm using my extra laptop also, the same thing happens. Clear? So that's why we are mentioning this to be in 100 percentage. And one more thing, let's see spell padding. So instead of this, let's create a calculator. So let me give a captions calculator. Okay. So I've given the name as calculator. So how the calculator will be, let's see. Here you can see some numbers are there and at the top, only the value is being displayed. Clear? So like that, we are going to design. So in this row, how many table datas are there? Okay. So can you tell me? So in this row, how many table datas are there? Yes, good. So it is a 4, right? So totally we have 4. And here also it is going to be 4, 4, 4. Okay, now we will see here. So let it be the, we'll just skip this part. So I'm going to have a table that is a calculator. So first see the calculator. So the numbers has been displayed, right? So I have 7, 8, and 9 and into. So let me create a 4 table data. So TD and again TD. What are the values I have? 7, 8, and 9. So 7. So make it simple. Let's do this. 7, 8, and then 9. And this is going to be, sorry, what is that? Multiplication, right? We can give asterisks here. And what are the other things? For the other things also, we can copy this. Let's say I can use 7, that is 4, 5, and then 6. And what is the next one? Minus. That is subtraction. What are the other values? 1, 2, and then 3. And I think this is going to be what? Plus, right? So plus. And finally, this we can say plus divided by minus. And then here 0 and dot and then equals to. Okay. So like this, we have given a table. So now we will check what is the output. So like this, we have created. So to make it simple, so this is so large, right? The sizes. So let's reduce to just 30% is enough. Okay. So like this, we have created. The next is I need one more row. So then one more row is what? It is just displaying a zero value, right? For that one, we can go to the code. Let's create here a table row. Okay. Here you need to mention. So this is going to, you know, in the calculator, you can see it is, spanning the columns, right? It is spanning the columns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? Okay. So you can give a call span is equals to 4 and the value is going to be 0. Okay. So you can see the column that is row span. So if you want to make, a row span, so then it will be combined like this. Let's see for plus and equals to. So plus and equals to what we can do. So where is a plus and equals to? So plus is here, equals to is here. So what I will do is let me remove this equal to. Let me give slash equals to. Okay. Remove this. And here you need to mention row span is equals to 2 because I'm just going to span only 2 rows. Okay, clear. So let's see the output. So here you can see the span. So everyone clear with this? Any questions? Students, everyone is clear of in this calculator? Yes or no? So is it easy to create a resume using these tables? Easy, right? Can you try it at home? Try once you find time. I can understand you're having, you don't have any session, there is classes, right? Regular classes. So you can try this. Okay. Create a resume kind of thing. So how you can create a resume here? Same thing. I'll just show you one simple things and you can use some, kind of attributes to make it more presentable. Let's see. Here in the span, let me give the objective and make it as 100%. Okay. So objective can give your objective. Let's get some, some dummy content from Lorem Ipsum. So time 7:25. Okay. I need to confirm your attendance also. Okay, let's do that later. So what we are just giving the objective, right? So object is going to be some 2 lines. Let's take. And I hope everyone is ready with your CVs, resume. You need to create one templates. Either you can get it from Canvas or some free templates are also available in the online Canvas and Novo resume. Okay, just edit all your details. I'll tell you what are the skills that you can add. Yeah. So just prepare one resume. I will ask you to upload your CVs on the LMS portal once you get access. Clear? So this is the objective. Let's see. This is the Okay, like this, you can add an objective. You can change the colors if you don't want aqua. Let's make it white or make it some gray color. And border also, you can use an option called border collapse is equals to collapse. So wait a minute. Let me tell you what is a border collapse. So that is also, it is to merge the values. That's why we are using this border collapse. So actually, this is a CSS property. Uh, So then we can use a style here. Style element equals to border collapse. Make it as collapse. Here you don't want to give here. So this is nothing but students. It is another way to define the style elements. This is a property and this is going to be the value. See, okay. And here, this is for background color, right? So BG color. So BG color is white and the width, as we have mentioned. It is not showing up. Okay, yeah. This you need to mention for your table. Exactly for a
Collapse
table.
word.
Sorry, ma.
Border collapse colon border collapse spelling is mistake, ma'am. Maybe that's why it's not showing.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, fine. So like this, you can create the objectives, and here you can mention like my profile. Okay, and then here again, what we can do is we can make the changes for this table. Let's consider as a only the two table data, and here can make it as a two because only two columns are there, right? So we can take it like this, and here just I'm giving my details like email ID and then phone number. Okay, and in this place, let me give my LinkedIn profile links and then some YouTube links. If you have already some YouTube links, you can give that abc@ymail.com. The phone numbers are give it like this. LinkedIn, you can give the links itself. Okay, so https colon double slash abc dot something and YouTube links. Okay, like this, you can give the links like this. Here you can see some attachments. So 1 minute. What is this extra table? TD has been okay for the other elements, right? So for other elements also we can remove it. That is why it's showing up. Okay. So like this, you need to create and later once you're done with this, you can remove the border. Okay, you can remove the border here. Okay, like this, it will be visible. You can give some colors for the background. Example, for this table row, you can give some background color like gray color. So whatever you prefer, you can just give it. So let me give. You can give it either like BG color. So BG color is an attribute name. And you can also even give it using a style attribute. The style attribute, first a property. So property name is background color. And then what is the value for a color? Definitely it is going to be the color value. So let me give a gray color. So let's give light gray. Okay. So you can create like this and you can change the font sizes, that is a font family for each and everything. That also you can add it here, like what particular font size you need. Example, in the style property itself, attribute itself, you can add the font size. I just need some 14 pixels like that. And then what is going to be the font family that you can add it here. Let me give Times New Roman. Okay. So like this, you can add, or you can give the objective with a pre, or paragraph, whatever. You can give the set the elements like this. Clear? So like this, everyone, sorry, the pre element is continuously using this. So let's go with the paragraph. Okay. Clear, everyone understood. So how to create the resume. So can you try at home today? Is it simple? Yes or no? It is very simple to create the resume. Please try at home, and please let me know if you face any difficulties. Okay. If you want me to continue with this resume, I can also do that. Or else we can go to the next topic. Can you do it as an activity at home? Yes or no? Or can I do it in the session itself? If you want, I can do it. You do it? Okay, fine. So if you want also, I can create the things, but it will take such a long time to complete. Okay. Better, I will, let me try to create it here. We'll create a new resume. So time 7:34. Okay. So I'll let me create it tomorrow. I'll check whether you guys are completing or not. If you complete any kind of activities, please share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that it will be, like, I can understand that you guys are doing at home, or you can share the screen on the session. So we can take some 10 minutes of time. The starting of the session, you can share the outputs by sharing your screen, so that we can do. Can we do that tomorrow? So it is going to complete. You can share your screen and show me the output. Okay. I hope everyone is having the laptops, can share their outputs, and others you can also share me the outputs in the WhatsApp group. I mostly ask the students to do it in the WhatsApp group, share the screenshot, or you can create it as a link using any deployment tools. Like you can go with GitHub or Netlify or whatever the tools you have. Just use it and share me the link. I can share it. See it. So after completing this HTML topic, I'll tell you how you can upload your code in the GitHub and you can get the link. Okay. So now HTML table attributes and these cell attributes. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about the cell padding. So let me take the same example. So cell padding, let me remove the style. Okay, so border is the output. Yeah. Okay. So the border, you have a two lines, right, at the border. If I give the cell padding is equals to some 10, the value is going to be 10. Then what happened? The space between the content and the border, you can see the spaces between the content and the border. That is going to be a cell padding. So if, for example, I'm increasing this to 30, then you can see the spaces between the content and the border. Okay. And what is called as cell spacing? The cell spacing is again the space between one cell, the other cell. So if I increase, you can see the space. There is no space, right? So if I refresh, you can see the space between this cell and this cell. I'm going to increase it to 30. Then again, You can see the spaces between this and this. Clear? So that is the meaning of this cell padding and cell spacing, and we know what is column span and row span, and what is called alignment. Alignment is the content where you want to place the content. Let's say I'm just giving the value to be the align property, and the value is going to be center. If I refresh, actually it is already in center. Or if I give this to be left, happen. Let me remove this. We can see. Okay, and let me change this to be center. Is not working. Okay, okay, 1 minute. Let's give some height for this and we'll try. Let's give some pixel value. Okay, but this alone later I'll tell you, okay. So the alignment is nothing but it to place a value horizontally. If it's going to be center or if it is going to be the top or bottom. So top and bottom is you can use a vertical alignment. That is a different concept. Okay. In the align concept, or else we can try this. Let me use the style property and the text line center. Yeah, now it is working. Okay, the align is not working. So you can either use this, style property to mention this. If I'm mentioning this to be left, we can see it is at the left. Clear? So we know different ways to put the text on the HTML page and what is HTML images. So I think we can see it tomorrow about this HTML images. Okay. So as of now, if you have any questions, we can discuss. Any questions from your end, students? No questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, we can go to the next topic, basics of the HTML, and then we'll take the attendance. Okay. We'll complete this part. So to create the HTML, that is images, we need to use this img tag and img, and the attribute we need to use is src to give the path of the image. Because the image you may download it from the online, or you can get the same no direct URL. So you can use this direct URL on the path itself, or you can give the path direction of the folder. Okay. So what are the different attributes we have, like height, width, and we can add alt. So alt is used to show an error message as an alternative to images. So this they will be asking in an interview for the static pages what is called alt. So alt is it will give you the display the information why if suppose you have given some wrong path, or the image is
Ma'am,
not
your
going to
screen is
display.
not visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, this alt is nothing but to display the information. If example, I have given a path and that path is not displayed properly. Okay, some wrong, or I've given the wrong typo, then it is not displaying the image. So that is going to be what? That is called as a the alt attribute. So at the time, if the image is not displaying, it will show the content for the user. So this is the image which that particular website are trying to display, but unfortunately it is not showing up. Clear? So let's see the output for this one, images, and then we'll move on to the attendance part. Okay. Yes, Usha, Sri, any questions, ma? If not, please be on mute because it's so noisy here. Thank you. The HTML image, I'll be giving a image, an SRC, and what is the file is going to be. Okay, the SRC file is you can directly get it from the online also, or you can give a path. So I'll show you the two ways. Okay. So first, let me get some professional image from the online. Okay, let's take this image, copy the image, or copy the image link. Okay. So I've given the image link, and the next step is you can give the width and height. So before providing the width and height,
Side gra. Side ga.
okay, like this, the image is displaying. So if you want to reduce the image, the width and height, then you can go with width, and let me give some percentage, or I can give the values. Let's see, I'm giving 100 percentage, and the height is going to be some 50 percentage. Okay, you can see it has been occupied the entire the viewport like a background image. Okay, like this you can make the changes, and then the alt. If suppose I missed to give any particular, let's consider I'm just removing E. My image is not going to display now because I've given a wrong link. You can give this as a professional image. Clear? Like this you can give, and that will be displayed here. Okay. And the next is, if example, I'm downloading this file, then what happened? This image. Okay. So where is the image? Let me download this image. Save as, I'm saving it in the, where is the file? Here we have, right? So I'm saving it here. So let's change this name into very simple Pro. Okay. And if I go here, so the image is here, you can add directly pro.jpg. So your image will be displayed again. So it's so clarity, you can see. The previous one, it is not good, but now you can see the clarity, right? So if you are giving the direct link, so that will not be a perfect. So better go with the download option, or if you're once you work in the industry, so what happened is they will be providing the images. Why? Because the separate team will be there to create images, to make the content more clarity to the user. So that's why they will be creating their own images. Okay, so that images will be in a different file. So let me show you .svg. So that will be in a .svg file, scalar vector graphics. The images will be very clear when you see this SVG files. Okay. So that will be opened in a link. So if possible, I can also show you tomorrow. So how, that images will be there and how you can create the whole website. Okay, let's see tomorrow. So as of now, I think Wait a minute.